Showing feedback. This is all about your showing feedback system. How do you know what the other agent and the buyer thought about your home? Well, that's where the Kimbro team feedback system comes into play. What we do is we send out multiple days, first day, second day, third day, emails to the agent who showed your home requesting feedback from them. And you know what's awesome is our feedback rate is about 75%. That's better than I ever got when I was calling each individual agent back asking them for their feedback live. If the agent fills out the feedback form on one of those 3 days, then you're gonna get it, unedited and unfiltered at the same time I get it. What we want is for you to have real feedback. We wanna see what people are thinking about your home and how it compares to our competition. But here's the key. What I'm really using that feedback for is not for somebody to tell me what they didn't like about your home, right? We're not worried about that as much as I'm worried about somebody raising their hand saying, you know what? I really like that home. It's in my top 3. There's some things about it that we really like, some things about we don't. Let me tell you, that's code for, Dave, pick up the phone, call that agent, and see what we can do to get a contract. That's what you're paying me for, is contracts. One of the questions you're gonna ask yourself, and I know, because I would ask myself the same, is he really following up with those agents who show some interest? Trust me. The only way I get paid is if we close on your house. So if I got any hint that there's interest in your home, that's legitimate interest, you can bet I'm gonna be calling that agent to say, what do we have to do to get a contract out of your people? All I wanna do is start the process of conversation, because a conversation could lead to something. So really, that's what I'm looking for the feedback for, and that's what I encourage you to look to as well. Look for what they like. Look for those buyers who like your home. Don't dwell on the stuff that they don't like. We can't help most of that. If we happen to see a trend, meaning multiple agents said it's priced too high, or the carpet needs to be replaced, or it's old and dated, too much wallpaper, those are things that we could possibly address, and we'll discuss those. Remember, if you don't see feedbacks coming and you've had showings, make sure to call our office to make sure that we have your email input into the system correctly. Too often I get calls from people 3 months into the listing and they say, hey, I haven't seen a single feedback. We've had 13 showings. You need to call us. If you're having showings and you're not seeing feedback and you know that our response rate is 75%, you need to call us and let us know, because we may have a problem that we can fix. Lastly, you'll see feedback that people loved your home and you never heard anything back further. You can trust me. If there's anything to report of substance, I will call you back. I will let you know. But a lot of times you get feedback from other agents that say they love the home, it's perfect. I call them and what we find out is they're moving from Alaska and they're not gonna be coming here until next year if and when their home sells and their other home in Laguna Beach sells. Or we're gonna find out that they love that home. It was one of their favorites. They're thinking about retiring here in 10 to 15 years because their kids are gonna move here next summer. So a lot of times you gotta take that feedback with a grain of salt, and I won't always call and tell you those stories. But trust me, if there's a legitimacy and a possibility of a contract, you will hear from me. That I can absolutely assure you. Lastly, if you have questions, call me. If you need something, call me. If you're unsure about what's going on, call us. I'm surrounded by the best people in the business, and we're here to take care of you.